Hi guys, welcome to the space. I'm Jessica Ivgy. We are practicing practical spirituality. Today, parashat, I want to talk about when you're afraid to move and do something. You're afraid and why, and what can we do about it to make it happen? So, basically, we all have our dreams. We all have something we wanna we want things to happen for us. We want a relationship, or we want to open something, or we want to go something. We just want to participate in something. We want to know how to ride a bike. We want to learn how to drive. Even the little smallest things, we want to learn how to bake. Like, I cannot bake. I'm too scared to do it because I know I'm gonna fail. Okay, so we have, so the heart has like the potential. The heart has all of our dreams and all of our wantings. It comes from the heart. um and every kind of will, or any kind of feeling, has a is a potential, but we really take it into action. So every will or feeling one has actions, is expressed. And for example, if someone has a feeling of love, so he's gonna go and be with people, he's gonna have a relationship, he's gonna have kids because he wants to love. Okay. um if someone really feels that he wants to give, giving is a kind of something we have in our heart. So maybe he's gonna go and take part in, I don't know, he's gonna give his time to people. He's gonna give out stuff, like in places where they give out food for people in need. Or maybe he's gonna make content on online that could help people for free. So everybody, when they want to give, they're just gonna take action on it. What if someone has the he just wants to express, out of nowhere, his wanting to express himself comes to life. And so maybe he's gonna do music, or maybe he's gonna have a tattoo even, because he wants to express himself. There's a lot of ways to express yourself. That was just, I don't know. I would never do a tattoo, but I do appreciate them, if it makes sense. So sometimes our heart just wakes up out of nowhere to some kind of feeling. It really feels like it's out of nowhere. That's because it's like God tells us this is the time to express whatever feeling you had, and to take it into action. This is the time. It's like, it could be really dramatic, like it is time, and it could also be like, just a really simple feeling that comes out of nowhere. And I'm gonna do that today. I just feel like I want to do that. So sometimes it's really as easy. You feel, you do, you want, you take. It could be really easy, but sometimes it's not. I mean, easy, when it's easy for us, that's like the best possible scenario. Like, you just do it. Sometimes you're gonna feel scared. You're gonna hesitate a lot. All these reasons why not to do it are gonna come. All these, like, you're gonna start imagining all the reasoning why not to do something are gonna arise out of nowhere. Sometimes you're just gonna freeze, or not believe, or whatever. It's gonna be harder. um so sometimes that fear is is real. It comes from a real place, but sometimes it's not. I mean, having fear is okay, but if the real place of the fear is just being cautious, you're gonna do it, but you're gonna be really cautious about it, because you understand this is something you want, and you understand you're in fear. So you're gonna be careful. But the non-truth place is where you believe the fear and it takes over you. The reason fear happens is you had a really bad experience in the past. Let's say you believe this relationship was going to last forever, but then your heart broke. You had this business but it crashed, and or you rode a bike and you smashed into this moving bus or into a wall and you fell and you were embarrassed and everybody laughed, and you tried to sing in front of people but they got up and left. And there's so many reasons why we do not go back and try again. Anything. Or sometimes it's even just being neglected out of like someone left you, or sometimes it's just you had this really big even like the simplest things. You went to a movie, you had this really big expectation, you thought it's gonna be like the best time consuming thing ever, but then it was really bad movie. You're not gonna go back to see a movie like for a year. I don't watch movies, but whatever, it's a good example, I think. So when that happens, you are not gonna have trust. You're not gonna trust that things might be different, or might feel different, or look different, or happen differently than what they did, than what they have. You don't feel like getting hurt all over again. You're gonna avoid this next relationship, or you're gonna make it fail just from not being available because you're too scared to open up. um so basically it's the heart that tells the brain, you had just one job. All you had to do was take care of me, that I don't go all over the place. I'm a heart. That's my job, to want to dream, to to take us everywhere. It's your job to do your job, to not let me get hurt, brain. And you were not smart enough, brains. I don't trust you. You'll know how to navigate me. I don't know. I'm too scared. And the brain starts believing that he's not gonna do a good enough job to take the heart to a very safe place while making my dreams come true. So he's not gonna. And he and that's when fear really happens, is we don't trust the process. The heart tells really what's going on is, the heart is like crying out loud, and he's like really scared, and he's telling the heart, just be careful on us, okay, please be careful on us, just but what the heart brain is, you don't trust me, I don't want to, you don't trust me, I don't know, I'm not doing this, and the whole system just, it's not working, and fear is not a good thing, it just messes everything up. So, okay, we understand the problem. We understand what do we do about it? Really, how do we move from this? So, what we need to do is just see and understand that there is a signal going from the hearts to our brains that's telling it to be careful. And we're gonna have to be more careful when acting out on whatever we want to do. Not do it. Okay, don't avoid it. We are gonna want to move, but just be more careful, because we have not been careful before. So in order for the heart to trust the brain again, they have to like talk it out, and the brain has to tell him, we're gonna be careful this time, don't worry. And the heart needs to tell the brain, I trust you, but it's a process. So we're gonna be careful around whatever we want to do. We're gonna move slow, maybe. We're gonna meet our needs somewhere in the middle between what we want to do and what we need, or how we need it to be for us to actually move. Sometimes it's gonna be conversations in their mind. Sometimes it's gonna be a conversation with another person because it has to do with another person or whatever. We're gonna be more cautious. We can't we Part of it is also understanding when we're not able to do what we want to do. Okay, that's also a legitimate um choice. You know, I choose not to choose right now, and sometimes that's the best choice ever. But not be out of fear. Only if, like, when it's a good idea, like maybe if I do not have enough information to have this, to move or act on something. Maybe I don't have enough experience and I know it's going to be a really dumb thing. Not everything that my heart wants to do is the best idea. That's why we need the brain. We just have to remember that the brain basically is afraid to mess up. The heart feels that he's been neglected and he needs someone to take care of him and to trust, and that's where the brain comes in again. So we have to go back and trust, but it could only happen if you're cautious enough. Okay, if you're careful enough. Above everything, we should and need to, and it's the best idea to also pray. The source of all fear comes from the source, you know, and that's where God is. That's where godliness is. So when we pray, we actually tell the fear, you know, you could trust, because in the end, everything happens for the best, or there is a God in this world. You're not going to stay alone. And the fear just has someone to talk to. And that's all he needs, really, to rest himself and let us move forward. And also, it's like energy. When you pray for something, it's like energy projected on whatever you want to do. And that's a really big help, I gotta say. It gives us like certainty that something's going on other than just us. And when you pray, it makes you remember that there's something above you, and that gives you kind of um, trust feelings, or just belief, even not just belief, belief. That's a lot. That's everything. Um, okay, so so or I already said that there's times in our life that we're not gonna move. Sometimes sometimes we're just on, you know, we're on pilot mode. We just fly. We're regulated to do something, to think in a certain way, and we just do that. We just act on it. If I'm I, We just don't listen. We just don't listen, really. And there are things that we might not want to see or not want to hear for a reason. It just serves our fears. Um, but really, like, if we just give ourselves time every day, every week, every once in a while, we just sit with ourselves where it's quiet and we could really ask the heart what it wants. Sometimes we're just regulated to think, we still think what we thought, or we still feel what we always felt. And sometimes that's why praying and just sit with yourself and listen to what you say is really important, because sometimes you're not stopping to, like, me, I'm going to say about myself, I used to not think about what I threw out of my mouth, but now, like, when I say something, it's like I've regulated the system where I actually hear what I say, and I'm aware enough because I practice a lot of mindfulness. I think it's a great thing that made me really aware. And when I say something, I could hear full of if I'm full of it. You know, sometimes I'm saying something, I'm like, wait. I know I've been saying this for like a decade, but I don't think it's true anymore. I don't feel it's true. And that could only happen when the heart and the mind have these conversations once in a while. It's like a bullshit radar. I'm sorry if I'm not supposed to say that. But okay, it's like a bullshit radar, and it could tell us when we're honest and when we're not. And if we know when we're honest and when we're not, so we know when our fear is real and it needs just to be careful. And so wait, so I'm gonna go with that. Um okay, so what we want to do is just see what the heart wants. Okay, always go back to the heart and ask them, what do you want? What are the actions you need? Okay, let's do this. So we have the heart. Okay, so So we have the heart, and we're gonna sum this up. We have the heart, and it has a want. It wants something. It wants something. It needs something. It's gonna want to take action. This action wants to happen, but sometimes it's gonna meet, sometimes it's not gonna meet fear. It's gonna be easy. Yay, great. But sometimes it's gonna meet fear. Okay? And this is what we're talking about. So when it's gonna meet fear, we're gonna want to be careful. Okay? Is it with an L or with two L? I'm not sure. Whatever. So it wants to be careful. So basically we have a brain. Let's do this brain. So let's say this is the brain, okay? And it wants to be connected with the heart. They want a relationship because they work really good together. When they work together, we're going to start trusting the process more, okay? We're going to have less fear. And when there is trust, so it's going to be able to take actions again. Okay, this is what's going on right here with the heart. So the heart is going to get its place, and the brain is going to help him lead the way, and it's going to take actions. And when you finally take actions, even though you're scared, you're just careful, so you're going to be happy. Okay, basically you're going to be happy not because you're doing something, because you are expressing yourself, because you're wanting what you want, you're doing what your heart wants you to do. And when you do what your heart do, you're establishing yourself. You're just doing what you came to do in this world, and that's basically what we want to do. And then the heart and the brain are in peace with each other, and they could do the actions that the heart wants to do, because the brain helped him be careful, and he told him, don't worry, I'm with you. So they need to go together. I hope this was helpful. It helped me a lot, solving, all these. I wasn't always sure what I'm supposed to do, if I'm doing the right thing. I couldn't trust myself because I did a lot of mistakes, not even my fault all the time, but sometimes it was, and I just couldn't trust my judgments. Okay, so but this learning really helped me do it, and I'm happy I did it. So hope you liked it. Comment, like, whatever. Bye bye.